about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from San Antonio. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKinney. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But you look at this defense, and this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently second best in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, Dukes. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Operating from the gun, McClure. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3. Operating from the gun, McClure. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
It's the gain of 6. Result is a first down.
They'll run on first down. Dukes. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Dukes. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerve?
Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good return. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
They hold it to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Now a handoff up the middle. Dukes. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain. And it's 3rd and 2 now. They'll try the left side. Dukes. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hawkins.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On second down, here's the option.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth, when the balls are right.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, San Antonio in possession as they've got it as we resume action. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second and 6. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he enters this final weekend of the regular season as the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Buying time to his... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming.
But backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's the pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it? I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Over the middle, complete. That's Hawkins. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Up the middle they go. Dukes. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Off the bootleg. McClure.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at the 18. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he comes into this final weekend of the season as the NFL's leader in passing yards as he looks to end his strong campaign on a high note.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. That's caught by Jackson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. A slot man in motion right. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go. Slot man moves right. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll hit Jackson complete. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
It's Jackson again on the reception.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee, and that's it. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home team who are out in front. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it 6. Offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Operating from the gun, McClure. Coleman has it here right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. It's caught by Coleman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
to throw again. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Now a handoff up the middle. Dukes. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Off the play fake. McClure. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Back to throw. McClure. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said.
To the right side and intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now.
On first down, Dukes. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Oh, able to avoid him. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
The slot man in motion right. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Looking to throw. McClure. Throw left side complete. That's Holmes. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is complete to Hawkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. McKinney
down at the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead.
So, CD, maybe put a pin in that one as this game progresses. It's a field goal that gets them the lead here in the 3rd, but, boy, you hate settling for 3 when you're that close to the goal line.
Well, it certainly pains me to say it, but I do think it was the right call. Now, if they lose, you and I both know that'd be one of the things that gets second-guessed. Why didn't you go for it on 4th and goal? But I know the mindset was take the points, get the lead. And by the way, if they went for it and got stuffed, they'd second-guess that too.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Back to throw. McClure firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dukes. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McClure. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Dukes. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go play action here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Result is a 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Operating from the gun, McClure. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Back out comes San Antonio. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Now Hall to start the drive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. McClure. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at the 43. And fights through one man. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Now a handoff up the middle. McKinney.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's back to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2. A minute 17 remains. A chance to end this season with a bang as they come up with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for San Antonio,
they finish things off in style, putting a bow on a 14-3 regular season.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for our visitors,
they'll finish a less than stellar campaign with a mark of 6-11.
And this is a team that has a few good pieces in place, but could stand to get deeper and younger all around.